There's a nice little article or write-up about you on Ironman.com, and one of the words they mention in the first couple paragraphs is, no added pressure for Meredith this year defending your crown. Why no pressure?
Right. I just think that pressure is such an intense word, and I think I said it in the article. It's like, as any of us can say, maybe it's just we don't want to admit that we feel pressure or something, but no, genuinely, I just feel like as a defending champ, if you will, you're like, just it's more of a responsibility. Maybe it's just like, a better, more fragile, more gentle word than pressure. Responsibility to come back and try to defend and put together the best race you can muster. So pressure is just strong. I just feel responsibility to do it. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah.
You came in third just, another two weeks ago at the 70.3 Auckland. So have you been in New Zealand since?
No. I came back home because it was 3 weeks ago, so there was time. My sister's having a baby, and everything's just flowing at home, and we were going to be gone for a month now, so I wanted to go home, regroup with my peeps, and now I'm set sail for the month, and we'll be back, and life will be good. So I'm out here with Aaron, obviously, and we're out here for 4 weeks total. We'll be in St. Kilda for 3 weeks.
Okay. Life
Melbourne,
on the road as a professional triathlete.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Not bad. Yeah.
Now, technically, you're a 4-time Ironman champion. Isn't that right?
Well, technically, I'm a 3-time, but I get this luxury of having this 4-time, right?
Well, 4-time, yeah, because Canada, Coeur d'Alene, St. George, and New Zealand, even though it was abbreviated, you went there with the preparation. Everyone did, being at a full, and you raced the races in front of you, and you won that race.
Totally, and you're so nice to say that, because I feel badly, because I feel, it was half the distance, so maybe we should say I'm a 3.5-time champ, but then it gets confusing because you have 70.3 wins, and then it's all over the place. So if I could just come back and redeem for the full, then I'd feel better about saying it. Yeah.
Well, how was your Ironman fitness at this time of your season?
Great. I like to race early. I kind of roll through the season a little bit and work on the weaknesses in January, or December rather, January. Obviously, January is an early race for me. I've never raced in January, so that was really fun to go out there and test. And then when I came back for 3 weeks, actually one of those weeks was in Kona with Purple Patch. We were out at Manalani for a week, so we got some great training in there that would be helpful to punt that into these 2 races. So that was really great to go and train in harder terrain than what I'll deal with hopefully on Sunday. But you know better than anyone, riding on the Queen K and running in the Energy Lab, and so we got to do all that for 6 days. So I think that mentally helped me for these races coming up, just to have had that week block there, and now we can marinate and go into the season full force.
Well, Ironman Arizona was in November of last year. How much time do you take off? Because your schedule looks like almost a 12-month season. So you're still carrying some fitness, aren't you, from Arizona, or not?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is I feel like Matt and I, having worked together for almost 7 years, it's just like we've found the formula that works for me. While I appreciate that other people need a proper off-season, and that works for them, for me, we found it doesn't work. And I'm not saying I'm like going full gas all of December, but I did a lot of running in December, which was obviously a couple times in Florida and Arizona, both leading the race, and you get past the last 6 miles or whatever. It was earlier in Florida, but still got passed for second, third. And so we had to focus on that weakness, and I know I had some hiccups at the end of the season with the crashes and such, but all of that aside, I still needed to work on that. So we found that I work best if I keep the juice flowing, and so we did that, and I feel like we've become smart, Matt and I both, in terms of how to recover properly so you are able to race. And I like to race. I don't want to be overcooked either, so we know when to dial it down and we know when to fine tune. And I've actually never done 2 Ironmans 3 weeks apart. I've done 2. Mm-hmm. I'm a little apprehensive about 3 because, as you might know, it's like sometimes the first one hits you 3 weeks later. So we hope that doesn't happen. But we'll learn from this too and say, all right, let's stick with 2 weeks apart, not 3, or hey, that worked well.